Hi, I'm here with Paul Maddison, Business Development Manager for Siemens Enterprise, and we're going to be talking about social CRM for the enterprise. I just wondered, from your point of view, how do you look at defining social CRM as you see it today?
So we know about the vast numbers of people that are using these social sites, and of course any business wants to be where the customers are. So interacting with the customers on that platform, well, it's a gimme, it's obvious. But really it's about more than that. It's about a cultural shift in the way that people are communicating. And social CRM should try to bridge that gap between businesses and this new social model of collaboration.
And so, leading on from that, in that sense, who is this new social customer, and why do you need to engage him now?
The mythical social customer. The social customer, fundamentally they share. They're connected. Right. And they expect to collaborate instantly. But really there isn't just a set of customers that you're targeting with social CRM. What it is it's more of a change in the way that people interact with businesses, and it's a cultural change within society of the way people expect to be able to interact with businesses.
Yeah.
So we did a report recently with the Yankee Group, and we found that 80% of respondents to this survey said that they expected businesses to be able to interact with them on social platforms. So really, businesses need to be able to speak this new language.
So we are essentially talking about a cultural shift that I think you may have mentioned previously. But what at a base level does this social CRM consist of, and how do you go about sort of implementing that?
So social CRM is about aiding that interaction between the businesses and this new social collaboration model that's going on in the wider world. The way most businesses approach this to start off with is they created their own dedicated teams, Twitter teams, and these teams were responsible for bridging that gap, monitoring the social media platforms out there and reporting back to the business. Now you soon realise that isn't scalable. So it was moved into the contact centre, but still quite often done on a different technology platform and still done by a dedicated team.
Right.
What you actually want is you want that to be core to your contact centre offering. I look at this the same way as email evolved within the contact centre. That when it first started, it was a dedicated team doing it, and then because they wanted the same reporting, the same routing, it was then brought into the core contact centre offering. And we'll see social going the same way.
And does it apply to all vertical sectors in the same way, or is it very different, depending on which sector you sit in?
Each different vertical has a different set of customers that they interact with. And at the base level, it depends how socially aware and how socially active those customers actually are. But really, the fundamental part of this is that the culture has changed. Right. And that people expect to be able to interact with their business in a different way. So really, those key messages are relevant to every single business.
And you talk about the change there. From most enterprises' perspective, some of them probably feel it's been somewhat forced upon them, and a lot of them aren't very comfortable with that. What's the danger of not getting this right in terms of the enterprise?
So obviously there's a loss of credibility, and there's potentially a loss of customers. Those risks are there if you don't get it right. But really the benefits from this new way of interacting with customers, and actually going more than just delivering a social model of customer interaction, but actually using this customer as a collaborative partner within your business and to help define and shape your business going forward. The advantages of that outweigh any risk.
Do you see this going any particular way as we move forward? Are things going to change that much, or are we set for a very similar sort of path in terms of this for a while now?
What we'll see is, just as we saw with the evolution of email within the contact centre, where traditionally it was done by separate teams, we'll see that the social becomes core to the contact centre, and it follows the same routing, the same reporting, and it's just another part of the contact centre. But not just as a channel, actually expanding that into things like brand management, right, proactive customer care, social campaigns, and lead generation.